Okay, so we're going to use the aliasing to our advantage at this point, and we have the S3L right here, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2. We have an S2L here, which is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root. Okay, I drew it wrong actually. So what we're going to have here is an S5L right here, where we're going to use the aliasing on the bottom and on the top. So it's going to go from here. This is going to be our new pattern that we're looking at. The big old S3L in the middle, but the top string of the S3L and the bottom string of the S3L are going to be aliased as the top string of this S2L there, and the bottom string of the S2L that was on top of it. So that's what we're looking at right here. So that's where this comes from. I'm going to call it an S5L. We'll see how if the name sticks and it all works. But this is the new pattern. It's the same old pattern, just the S3L, the S2L is split on the top and the bottom, so we can exploit the aliasing. Whole step, half step, whole step, half step, and just whole step here in the middle. So it's like a whole step sandwich. It's like an Andes double. Okay, it's a whole step sandwich. Here's the whole step, here's the bread. 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5 on the bottom, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4. So all of these guys, all of these 5 caged instances, or double cage pair instances of these, are those same stacks done in different inversions. So here's the original. Okay, so we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, and on top we have the aliasing, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7 root. But if you look at, that's for the G shape. If we look at the C shape of that, right, now we jumbled it. We've taken like 2 from the bottom and put it on the top. And we're looking at a different set of them. And we have all 5 sets with C on the bottom now here. So let's find, where's our S2L right here. Now notice we have no complications from the tuning warp, because these are patterns. They're easier to look at. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 root 7 root 2, and then we have a perfect S2L on the bottom. Right? So for the C shape, you just start with that S2L on the bottom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now in the actual guitar, the 7 root 2 warps over, so the root isn't right above the 5 anymore. It's over 1, so it's okay, and then a repeat of string 1, but it's warped over 1, just like that. And then so that's going to be very helpful if we're going to be identifying patterns with the aliasing. Now the aliasing here's your S2L right here. Let's circle it out. Here's your S3L rather. And in this particular case, we have our S2L down here. Okay, in the neighboring box, all right, the S2L would be what? Where would it be? It'd be 2, 3, 4 starting up here. We'd have an S3L, and then we have the S2L split between these two. So it's 5, 6, 7 root 2. Now let me show you. You think that's difficult, but it's really not that bad. Going over to the A shape on the bottom, where did I put that? It's got to be over by the A shape here. Here's the A shape. Because I told you they're somewhat lined up here. So on the with the A shape on the bottom, here's what we got. So remember, this guy, this 2, 3, 4, okay, is actually from down here. Okay, so that's where that would go, and that's where your That's where but this is no string, no play. It's off the fretboard. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2. So you know you have that. But in the A shape, we start on 5, 6 and just follow 7, root 2, take the aliasing 3, 4, 5. Okay, now you got to realize this is also an S2L here, so it's going to switch from half step, whole step to half step. So it's not particularly helpful with the A shape, but I'm just showing here how you can use the aliasing to your advantage. You know, certainly with the G shape, we've got the aliasing prevalent here. 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4. So on, you know, I mean, there's a lot of notes to play. In a G shape, if we're going to just play a G shape G down here, I'm going to take the capo off so I can play the 7th. It would be that aliasing would be worked to our advantage. So it'd be 6, 7, root G shape, 2, 3, 4 D shape, 5, 6, 7, root 2. Remember, that's your F sharp right there. Okay, so it's alright, so I could start on the G so you can hear it better. So there's the E shape there, 7, root 2. Now we're going to follow the same shape as the E shape into the C shape. And then switch over. So it's let's try that again. So that the G shape does take advantage of some of the alias. Definitely is the best pattern stack to take advantage of that aliasing. If you want to make it easier that way, and it's just a big old 5-6 sandwich with whole step, half steps on the bottom and half step, whole steps on the top. Let's look at the A shape. We saw that we had a little trouble with that because it doesn't have a full S2L. So let's take a look at another shape, perhaps the ED shape. And by the way, we're not even looking at double patterns here. We're only looking at this part. So do we have a full S2L here? No, we don't. This one's split too. So it doesn't really work very well on the E shape either. The D shape, it works well because we have a full S2L here. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, and then we do an aliasing. So anytime you're passing from an S3L to an S2L, you have a repeat or a mirror image. You know you're coming out of that S2L. So in that D shape, we got it here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2. I know my S2L on top of that's going to be the same thing. Half step, whole step, because I'm coming out of that S2L, S3L into that S2L. Like that. And then it's going to switch over to whole step, half step. Like that. But then coming out of that S2L going to the S3L again, we have another mirror image aliasing that we can use to our advantage. Okay? See how that aliasing is easy? When you know that you're coming out of one pattern and going into another pattern, you're going to have the aliasing. And so I don't really suggest to play fast like that unless you're just trying to have a good time. But if you look at things in patterns like that, it's easier to play fast. We do want to also focus in on individual notes, and we'll be talking about that in the lessons to come. And we'll be talking about how we can focus in on that too and realize that's what it is, and we can go anywhere from there, right, left, up or down in fourths, and so thanks for watching today. Good luck, keep practicing. If there's a link below for the Facebook group, or in previous lessons there's a link, go to that. I'll see you there, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.